Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of KT Comics. On this episode, I get a chance to go to a local comic convention, set up shop there with a couple of my buddies and sell some comic books. Let's check it out. Alright, so about a month ago I got a chance to go to the local comic convention known as Expo Saskatoon. It was a great time. It was really small. It was the first one they've had since COVID, so I really didn't know what to expect, but it was full of cosplay, awesome booths, just a great time. So I decided I'm going to make a little highlight, and let's check it out. Here you go. Alright, so that was Expo Saskatoon. I had a blast. Now there's a couple things I want to talk about, so let's get into it. Number one, I had a blast setting up shop with my friends selling comic books, seeing some old friends, meeting new people, enjoying great conversations, and above all else, enjoying the hobby with others. That was such a good experience for me, meeting some people that were selling comic books as well, some fellow competition. There wasn't very much, but we had a blast all around, and it was a good experience. So I was really happy about that. Number two, cosplay. Oh my goodness, there was so much cosplay at this convention, and I really think because there was so much buildup, it's the first time having a convention since COVID. There was a lot of anticipation, and you can sense that there was a ton of hours that were soaked into that cosplay. It's an incredible hobby, it's expensive, and the reward is incredible for everybody around it, because that's one of my favorite things going to conventions is seeing all these cool costumes. So everybody that did cosplay at this convention, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm glad you did it. Number 3, let's talk about comic book conventions. Now, the one I recently went to, Expo, was quite small, and that's okay. I've been to small conventions, and I've been to big conventions as well. Both have pros and cons to them. All right, so if we take a look at a bigger con, what's going to happen there is there going to be more vendors, right? So the more items that you're going to be able to pick and choose from. If you're looking for a specific item, chances are at a bigger con, you're going to find that item. There's more A-list celebrities, comic creators, Q&As, everything that you can think of. Generally, there's more of a budget for a big con, so you're going to get more of everything. It's awesome. It's a good time. So I always like going to big cons when I can because it's just a great atmosphere. It's a good time. More cosplay, more of everything. Smaller conventions is kind of the opposite of that. There's not enough people there. So actually what happens is you get a chance to go to every single vendor multiple times to make sure that you don't forget any kind of item you want to pick up. Secondly, the artists, the celebrities, they don't have a lot of lineups. So you're going to be able to go in there, get what you're looking for, maybe have some one-on-one time with them to have a conversation. Like myself, at this last con, I got a chance to sit down with local legendary artist Tom Grummett and have an interview with him. It was awesome. It was my very first interview ever, and I was kind of nervous. It was awesome. So stay tuned to my channel, though, because that interview, it's coming soon. All right. So now let's talk about cons. Now, obviously, a smaller con, you're not going to have your A-list celebrities. You're not going to get awesome, over-the-top vendors that are going to have awesome items for us to pick and choose from. So that part, it does kind of deflate the experience a little bit, but you're still going to get your cosplayers, like I said. You're still going to have a good time. It's just instead of over 4 days, you could probably do that convention in a day or so. So that's give or take there, right? So the cons about a big convention, though, the truth is, more volume, more people, more lineups. To get a signature from a A-list celebrity is probably going to take you 2 hours just to get a signature from one person. So you really have to map and choose which routes that you want to take during that convention. Because sometimes the one A-list celebrity is signing when you want to see a Q&A or a artist battle of a local legendary comic book creator. So you have to really choose and pick and find which routes you want to take and map it out and be sophisticated about it. There's somewhat of a strategy there for it. Secondly, it's more expensive. There is a ton of money in conventions. There's lots of it. And so you have to watch and choose what you're picking, because if you start on day one and buy everything you want to buy, on day 3, it's going to get kind of boring. So you got to kind of space out your budget just to make sure that you're maximizing your value for yourself, right? I know from experience that my very first con I blew my budget within the first hour. So now I'm just kind of walking around watching Q&As and stuff, which is fine, but you don't get that full experience of, oh, maybe I want to go and buy this instead, right? So you got to be patient sometimes. That's my experience with conventions. Both are great. I really enjoy both of them. It's good to be out of COVID. It's back into, normal life. We get to see these awesome events happen. The cosplay, comics have great memories. It's just a great time. Let me know about some convention memories that you have down in the comments. It's a blast. So I always like listening to everybody's story about finding that certain item or this great experience where they sat down with a comic creator and had a chat with them. That kind of stuff, it always makes my day. So make sure to always comment down below what you want to see next. Hopefully you had some fun, and until next time, keep on collecting.